Ladies and gentlemen, the week 15 snapshot is here for 2018, and this is a pretty cool one. As you probably already know, they have introduced a bunch of new stuff like dolphins and stuff. If you want to check out what's in this snapshot, I recommend you go and watch for example Doc M's video or Cup Fans video. They are covering it pretty well. But the coolest thing they introduced, according to me, like they got dolphins in the game and stuff like that, but the coolest thing they introduced, according to me, is the Conduit. This is a very unique and weird block that gives possibly a lot of potential to the game. Technically, I don't actually know. We're gonna try it out here. Let's do weather clear because I don't want any stupid rain. This is a block that is craftable in survival using some other items, and basically when you activate it, it will act as a beacon, which will give you some kind of water night vision and water breathing, and basically make it livable underwater. But it also has another effect, which is that of passively attacking hostile mobs around it, as long as those mobs are in water. And if we create a shape like this, it has a range of 8 by 8 once you get it to its full potential, which is gonna happen in a second. Let's drench this in water. To get it to its full potential, you need prismarine, either the blocks or these guys, or sea lanterns I think also works. And as you can see there, it kind of changed it changed its shape, and if I jump down into the water, I will get this buff here, the conduit power, which will basically give me a cool night vision and stuff like that. But like I said, the coolest thing with this is that it will attack nearby mobs. And I think the range, if I trust Cup Fans video, is 8 by 8 around it, or 8 blocks around it. So if I have a mob over here, let's grab ourselves a creeper. No one likes those guys. Let's put that guy there, and let's just encase this area quickly, like so. As long as there's a mob here and that mob is wet, either by rain or by water, he's gonna start taking damage from that conduit power thing. Oh, actually, this is not the full potential. Sorry, we need to do this and that and that. Now it's at its full potential. So yeah, there you go. Creeper, you're getting damaged. Get owned by a freaking conduit, please. Oh, that's so cool, man. Okay, so he dies, and he will drop stuff as well. It didn't actually that time, but the mob drops are there. I think it takes I think it does quite a bit of damage. 3, 4, 5 attacks. Yeah, and you can see the gunpowder coming out there. However, if that creeper is not in water, and this is what's interesting, nothing happens. If it rains though, however, and I learned this from Doc M, I'll link his video in the description. He did a pretty cool video about this a couple of days ago. If it rains, that creature is wet, so it will take damage. Now, keep in mind, this only works on hostile mobs. For example, if you grab a squid or any other passive mob, they do not take damage. They are not affected. Hostile mobs is not entirely true, I guess, because I got it to work on pigmen as well. And pigmen ain't really hostile, are they? They're kind of chilling and having a good time. But they also take damage from this. Oh, wow. That squid is making a mess. Okay, so anyway, with all of this being known, I asked myself the question, how useful is this if we would take it into a mob farm? So I built myself a little bit of an array over here. And I thought we'd figure out together how useful this is. Now this is 8 of them, I think. 3, 6, yeah, 8 of them stacked next to each other, and all the area in the red here is actually gonna mobs within this, as long as they're wet, are gonna take damage. Now these stack, so all of them are currently attacking that pigman. As you can see, it goes very quickly as well. It takes a lot of damage, specifically when he stands in the center and he reaches all of them. And I mean, this is cool. You know, you could have mobs drop down here and they could die, but you gotta ask yourself the question, why would you do that and not just, you know, drop them down to their death like we've done in the past, like this? Boom. Because that's quicker. He dies instantly, obviously. and he still drops his stuff. So how can we apply this? I don't even know if it's possible. And that's what I kind of want to find out today. Now, one cool thing with this is we know that they only take damage when in water. So my first idea is, what if we put a mob farm on top of this thing, right? And that means that we could possibly fit another one of these guys here. You saw me build one of these already. So let me build a ninth here. And then we will... The Prismarine is super important, by the way. Without the Prismarine, you're not empowering the conduits. So that's very important. And this cube is just about done. You don't have to have glass here, by the way. You can have air blocks or... I don't actually know if you can have any other blocks there. But I know that that's the maximum amount of Prismarine blocks around it. So, first things first. I guess we should try... Or should make sure that the area above here is an area where mobs will actually die from these guys. Because they should reach 8 blocks, so they should reach 8 blocks upwards as well. Yeah, you can see all the particles going into that. Looks like, I don't know, some weird stuff. But he died pretty quickly, so a lot of these are actually attacking that mob. That's cool. That's the first thing we needed to know. Now, like I said, what if we put a mob farm on top of this? And what I'm gonna do here is punch away all of these glass blocks that are not Prismarine. I'm gonna save the Prismarine because otherwise we're not powering the conduit. And let's exchange this for a spawnable block, because mobs, as we know, cannot spawn on glass. So let's get rid of all of this. There we go. I think I got it all. And let's replace it with a spawnable block. Let's just use these red concrete blocks. It's a good way to keep track of what's what's what. Very quickly, I get very confused about the patterns of these here, I will admit. All right, very cool. And that will be our spawnable area. Now, I haven't filled in the sides here because I'm planning on doing something with the sides. I actually realized that these conduits do give away light, so we need this area to be completely dark. Oh my goodness, it is a rainy day in Minecraft. Let's just do that, and hopefully that will stop. Now, remember the objective. The objective is to try and get as efficient as possible. See if these are actually useful for a mob farm. We don't really know that yet. But the next step, let's just create a big dark room here using some wall blocks to create a centerpiece. And this is actually a considerable amount of block space or spawn space. That being said, you would have to have the area cleared out. You'd have to have it lit up and stuff. And all the caves, which I don't have. But if you do, this is a lot of spawn space, specifically if we can kill the mobs quickly. And to do that, as we know, we need to soak them in water. So let's grab some dispensers. I got an idea here. If we have a dispenser placed down there, let's see so we don't do this wrong. With a water bucket in, and then we go every other. Is that going to create a water source? Don't actually know. Let's try and grab some other blocks, some white wool. Sure, that will be a redstone block. Try and power that real quick. All right, so leaving 2 blocks in between them. It's not completely perfect there, but leaving 2 blocks in between them does not create a source. I suck with water. I've always been bad with it. It's not my strongest side. But okay, so that will work. Now we just need to wire something up that will pulsate this. Because remember, whenever there's no water here, this should be able to spawn mobs, right? So let's make a little bit of a control panel, I guess, over here. And let's wire all of these up. Boom, that's working beautifully. There's actually one spot there that does not get soaked. So what I'm going to do with my genius way of connecting up dispensers is just moving one over there. And I think we are kind of chilling with that issue right there. Yes, very nice. Okay, so that's very, very simple. The redstone goes around. Super simple. Oh my goodness, there's not been 50,000, whatever that is. It just wants to rain today. I guess that's cool. Okay, so now we want to try and spawn in mobs here, right? We want to spawn mobs in, and then we want this to run on a timer, and that timer will be then based off of the conduit. So maybe before we do anything else, let's try and have water in here and have a creeper he is definitely getting absolutely smashed there by a lot of conduits. And I guess with this system, I think most of the stuff should reach, right? Most of the conduits should reach. Yeah, he's dying pretty quickly. What if we have plenty? Yeah, they're getting absolutely wrecked. Goodbye, creeper. Well, it's kind of slow. It's anticlimactic right there. Okay. So if we were to make this a fully dark room at this point, this would probably work. The only other thing would be the collection with this type of water system. I mean, you could probably make this a bit better, but with this type of water system, you would need hoppers to be in kind of awkward positions. Remember, you can't break the prismarine. The prismarine needs to stay there. To speed up the killing process as well, I wonder, I'm pretty sure we could place more of these conduit dudes on the roof here. Could probably mimic this exact setup on the roof of this thing. But that's not really important for the test. The first thing, or the next thing I want to do is let's fill this in. And we can't have endermen here because they will just take up block space, and then when they get soaked with water, they will teleport away. So yeah, they're not going to work for this farm. Alright, so that's a dark room right now. So what I'm going to do is difficulty 0, or actually you can't do that anymore. Difficulty peaceful, and then get away from that thing, and then go difficulty hard. That should spawn in some mobs, and hopefully some mobs inside there. Now, a little bit of a problem actually, because can't really see if there are any mobs in there unless we clip through the wall. Oh yeah, baby. Okay. So remember, I don't have any lights, any cave lit or anything. But then if we do that, they will all get smashed and should very quickly die. Yeah, they die in there. Their drops are collected. Very nice. And then that actually took quite a bit of time, which is not good. It's not good because then that would shut off. The water needs to be shut off in order for new mobs to spawn in, is the thing. So is it liable? I don't know. I don't actually know. You'd have to hook up a clock to this thing. And then make it timed perfectly to when the mobs are killed by the conduits. But let's just try and make an ether hopper clock here as well. That should be enough for this machine. All right, so this thing has been running for a little bit now, and I did see some kind of particles there. It's been running for like 30 seconds or so. Let's go down in spectator mode and see if there are any loots inside here. There are. Very nice. Okay. So it's definitely killing mobs. Unfortunately, we can't really demonstrate it. But it's definitely killing mobs in there. Is it efficient? Is it liable? Is it a mob farm that will be used? Or similar to this? Probably. If you use if you add another layer of the conduits, the killing of the mobs will be quicker, and that's really important in a mob farm like this. The speed of which the mobs dies. If you time it perfectly with this clock here, then maybe. Is it better than like a dark room and a drop down thing? I don't know. Maybe not. It is a smaller footprint though, because you don't need that 22 blocks drop space. And it will also kill all the mobs, spiders, etc. immediately. So, kind of cool concept. I'm sure there will be a lot of different variations on this on the tube. But anyway, let me know what you think down below. Let me know if you're excited about the snapshot. That's a thing that is new that I don't even know about, like a pirate ship. I'm excited as crazy. I'm crazily excited about this new Minecraft version. And I'm very happy so far about the update. So yeah, stop please. But yeah, let me know what you think. Is it liable? Is it not liable? Are the old mob farms probably better? Are they worse? What would you do different? All of that stuff I kind of want to know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this little weird special video of Doom. And I will see you dudes in the next episode.